Hey Nagani, working on a couple of cool videos that'll be out soon, but right now I want to let you know about what's going on at the Senior Center. Now, some services have had to be temporarily put on hold because, like all employers, they're experiencing a hard time hiring people. And that means there are some open positions, and because there are some open positions, services can't be done. I went down and I talked to the director, Christy Basolo, to get the scoop. Check it out.
We had 2 retirements in January of 2020 for some longtime employees that were trying to hold out as long as they could to take care of their clients, but it was time for them to move on into retirement, and we were never able to fill those positions. So during COVID, obviously, it was a very difficult time to try to hire, and we had pauses in service, so we didn't need as many employees, but still never got any applicants. So right now we have a full-time service coordinator position available, we have a part-time chore position available, and a part-time homemaker available. The most important one being the part-time homemaker aide. That is someone who will go into a senior's home and help them with light housekeeping, meal prep, laundry, so things that older adults can't do, for themselves anymore. It could be anything from grocery shopping if they aren't able to leave the home anymore, or it can be, dusting and vacuuming and what you would normally think of. Most of our homemakers work between 20 and 25 hours a week. So we try to consolidate that in just a few days. They have set schedules, they have appointments. Some people they see every week, some people they see every other week. So, it is kind of a known schedule for somebody if they're looking for, a nice part-time job to fit in with something else, or if that's just something that they want to do on the side. Our service coordinator position is basically coordinating services, so they oversee the homemaking and the chore work, the things that people need to have done in their homes to stay there. So they're scheduling, they are on the phone a lot, making appointments, kind of coordinating all of the different aspects of providing these services to our seniors. And then the chore worker is slightly different from the homemaker, still working in the homes, but mostly outside. So snow removal, hopefully not soon, but lawn mowing, raking, that sort of thing. So right now we have a waiting list, and that is the one thing that we never want to have, because people get into situations where they need our help for all kinds of things, from a surgery, knee replacement, to loss of a spouse that was the primary caregiver. So we don't like to have people on waiting lists, and that's what we're facing right now, and we would like to be able to provide the services to everyone equally if we have the staff to do it. But that's really what it comes down to. If we don't have enough bodies to go into everyone's home, then people are going to have to wait until we do. And sometimes that wait can be long, and we don't like to see that. Best way to apply, our jobs are on Indeed. They're also on Michigan Works, also on our Facebook page. There's all kinds of different ways, or they can call us directly at the Senior Center.
Now, I got to be honest, I really didn't have any idea the types of services and the amount of services that the Senior Center provided. So I asked Christy to elaborate.
So our mission is to help seniors live in their homes with dignity for as long as makes sense, essentially. So once it comes to a point where it's not safe for someone to be in their home by themselves anymore, we do help the families transition them into nursing homes or other care facilities if that's appropriate, assisted living, that sort of thing. But our social work team is here to make sure that all of those things that come with aging, be it Medicare or trying to navigate disability services and different things like that, that they can do that. Some of the questions we're getting now are things like, how do I make an appointment at the Secretary of State? I need to renew my driver's license, and we hear there's a big line. What do we do for that? A lot of the things that we help people with are things that you or I would do on the internet, and some of our seniors don't have those skills, so then we're able to bridge the gap for them on that sort of thing. We're going into open enrollment season right now for Medicare, so that's a big part of what we do in the fall, is try to make sure all the seniors get to shop around for what the right plan is for them for Medicare, so they're paying the least amount out of pocket. And then the in-home services and making sure they have that, rides to medical appointments, things like that, coordinated with other agencies that provide that sort of thing. And most people see the activities that we have going on in the center, and they don't realize that we're here for services first. And then, the activities are a nice thing to have. We always call them the gateway drug. we like people to come in and play cribbage or come on a group travel trip with us. Those are all fundraisers, and they're great, but what happens with that is they're building relationships with the staff. So when they do need something, it's not as scary to come and ask for help. I would say that we're probably their greatest advocate for making sure that they're getting what they deserve. You know, there's a county millage that pays for senior services, and we're here for that purpose, to make sure that people can age in our communities and, you know, not be missing out on the basics of life. And we help them with bridge cards and, you know, food insecurity and all that kind of thing too. So it's an asset to the city to have a senior center, because again, you're keeping people in their homes, and that way they're participating in the community. It's not just financial, but, you know, they're a part of the community, and you can share the history of the community with the younger people. And also just making sure that, you know, what they've paid into the system, they're getting their due for that. Our senior center came from being not part of the city, not a 501c3. It was kind of a standalone entity that our senior citizens went door to door to raise the money to build this beautiful facility and to provide services. And eventually things like the county millage came along to try to subsidize that. So we're at a point where about half of our budget is fundraising and donations. So we are not allowed to charge for services. That is something that is provided by the senior millage. But we need people's donations and fundraising money to sustain what we do. It's not all covered by just state funding and the county. We also are a United Way agency, so we're funded by United Way, and then we write as many grants as we possibly can from other community organizations to try to fill the rest of it.
Here's hoping somebody out there sees this video and knows a candidate or is a candidate and applies. Anyways, next time on Irontown Talk, we'll take a backstage pass with the Negaunee City Band.